click the record button and then say, "Yo, what up? How's it going, buddy?"
N- Nothing much. Just got a Jester Lavorre 2 dot for you.
Exciting, exciting. I love Jester. Traveler's Faithful is a neat card. So hit me with the pitch. What do we got going on?
So the idea here is, my first deck ever was Tokoyami 1. So I want to play as many spells, cheating, progressive, in quotation marks, and kind of just kill in one turn.
I love that. I think that's very cool.
If it's turn 3, it's turn 3. If it's turn 2, it's turn 2, and I live.
Okay. And so the idea is, how many spells can we play? It looks like you're on the chaos symbol.
Yes.
Is there
That looks like it has the best support because of the older stuff from the Challenger decks.
Yeah, is there a budget constraint?
No.
Okay. All right.
Currently, I have not touched this since budget constraints were hit, but
Yeah.
for testing purposes, there is no budget. Currently, I'm running 2 BFEs instead of Spellstorm.
Okay. I think that's fair. Here is the instantly out of the spells that I don't like. I think Warding Sigil is not very good. I'm not a fan of this one.
It had Jester's face on it, and I was like, you know what? I'll play it because it's funny.
That's fair. I think this is not a very good ability. I get the EX3 is very cool, but eh. I think the 6 damage is neat. I think there's better stuff that we can do. And then Crotch Lightning is cool, but only if you've got Spirit Unicorns. And so like I like this card as an idea, but I'm not positive that it sticks. I'm gonna take and refresh here. We should now expand folders, set current deck. I refresh, copy Jester, love it. Chaos. This is fire water attack spell. Let's take a peek. So, I am, first off, I love Mariner's Spellbolt in here. I'm bummed. I'm disappointed that I didn't think about it. This card is so silly of selectively adding their cards back to their hand. It's so good.
I had that card in pre-release and in its deck meant for it, and it was amazing.
Yeah. Channeling Spell Seal, I think, is crazy. I think this is a 4 of in every deck. It lets you draw cards, which is going to give you more hand advantage to then play more cards. It says your next one gets speed and damage, which lets you land your moves a little easier, and it's a 4 diff that makes your next move as good as this. And it also says that like their block tricks of Breaker don't work on this one, so you got to find something else. I'm a huge fan of Channeling Spell Seal. Inventor's Creation is another one of those cards that like are a decent 2 of I'm down to just remove a Spellstorm from my discard pile, and now I have powerful 3 on my moves. I'm down to remove a Spirit Unicorn, and I've got EX3 on a move. Yes, it's a 4 low for 4, but like it is, I think that it is decent enough to actively want to play.
I'm going to be 100% with you. I didn't know that had spell keyword when I built the deck.
Yeah, it certainly does. And the other thing that I really like is I like Targeting Blast as a card. So it's very fast. It does not hit very hard, but if you've got the Spire out, it is a 5 damage. It's a 5 for 5 4 diff that says your next one gets +2 speed. And so you're like, if you go, I'll refresh here. If you go Channeling Spell Seal as your opener, which they don't necessarily want to deal with, because they know the next one's going to get bigger. Well, if they don't deal with it, they draw a card, so they block it. You then go Targeting Blast, which is now a 6 mid for 5, 6 mid for 6 if we've got the Spire out, that might draw us a card because of Spire. And then says the next one gets +2 speed. We then play the Spellstorm. It starts to say 7 high for whatever, and that's just a 3-card tactic that goes crazy, and that is not to mention whatever Spirit Unicorns we happen to have already played,
just sitting there.
Yes. And so like I think
Sadly,
that this one is very cool as well.
I wish Spirit Unicorns was awarded just differently enough to where it says that this is the first card counting towards progressive. still gets the benefit, but then
Oh.
it'd be too broken.
Why? What does that matter?
Because currently it only the first one is free from Progressive.
Oh,
Every copy after that.
Yeah. Yes. That is correct. I mean, and like Spirit Unicorns into Crush Lightning is like a very good tactic. But I want to like drop this down to a 2 of. I think you're just supposed to. I think you're supposed to kill the sigil, and I want to. How many cards is this? 67. I want to increase
We
our
can cut down.
attack count just ever so slightly, and I might actually just kill Crotch Lightning because I just don't think we need this one.
That's fine with me.
Yeah.
I threw it in there because it was the wording on it made it seem like it was always active, and then they eroded it to where it's not always active.
Maybe I put it back? Question mark? I mean, hell, there's a world where we would play Spirit Lollipop. So this card's really interesting in our character. So this is the 5 diff that we would play, right? Because we are only, I guess Spirit Unicorns is a 5 diff. This would be our 5 diff because I'm allowed to pick it up with Jester and then randomly give something +3 damage.
Yep.
And it also says, like, if it's blocked, your next one gets +3 damage, which they're going to actively want to block, so you can't re-ready stuff. I actually really like Spirit Lollipop here. That's kind of cool. That's neat. That's neat. Okay. The next thing that I demand that we change is we're going to play 3 Spire of Conflicts. This card's broken on our character.
Mind you, I built the deck and I hadn't touched any of these cards yet, so this was before pre-release. So I was like, Spire will be a 1 of. It's a unique asset.
This one's broken. It says all our moves get damage, and it says response commit a foundation after your spell deals damage, draw a card. Our character says re-ready a card. And so on the very first move, when I play my Spirit Unicorns, I check my 5, I'm A-okay. I hit you, I respond Spire draw, I respond Jester re-ready, respond Spirit Unicorns +1 to my next. And so everything gets essentially 25% more damage, and
yep.
I have a draw engine online that says I'm not a 7-hander. I'm bigger. I'm playing 3 of this one.
Understandable.
Yeah, it's very good.
Have a nice day.
What does the Mighty 9 do? Draw 2 cards on field if I've dealt. It's got deflect 2. I'm not
in a 20 health person. I was also kind of go with a theme of having, thematic. She's in the Mighty 9. Might as well have it in there.
That's totally
I'm fine with
fair.
it being cut.
Let's take it down to a 1 of. I think flavor wins. From here, let's take a look at the foundations that we get. The first thing that I like is pitching in. I think this card's very cool in this character, and I'm bummed I didn't see it. This one's super neat.
I love pitching in. I've always loved pitching in. Just because it's a 6 check, and I can go, oh look, I have a 5 check on top. I have an attack on top because I fear the runaway.
Yeah. No, I dig it. Let's go look at some actions, assets, backups. We don't care if they're spells. We want standard. We are chaos, fire, water, search. Okay, so magic boost is really interesting with Spellstorm, as it counts as a bonus spell to be used, and it's 2/2. And I think the important thing about this is it's speed on top, and it is 1 difficult. Like it is +1 progressive for your ideas. But the big thing about this is when we take and we do this, it like we put the +1 progressive, but we make it up because of our thing.
Damage.
I don't or re-ready is what I mean. Like yes, we increase the difficulty, but I get to re-ready my foundation and then continue to play the game. And so I like spell or magic boost in here strictly off of what it does with Spellstorm. But I think the inconsistency of hey, this is going to be a 1 of is like probably not needed. I think you should play Sean.
You want me to play the sexy man? Hell yeah.
I think you should play Sean, and here's the reason why. 1, Sean helps you pass checks when you string out. And 2, Sean makes you a mage, so now your Spellstorm has EX2.
You told me I can play the sexy man. I'm in.
Yeah, yeah. I think
That's all I
Sean is
needed.
absolutely worth it in the list, just as a one of.
That's fine with me.
Scale in hand is decent in the list, especially because it just says that if your moves are blocked, which we don't want them to be, your later moves get +3 damages as well. And because we don't want them blocked because of Jester, and so like I think
Mhm.
Scalen's hand might actually be better than Wound Restore in this case.
Fine with me.
Yeah, I play Scalen's hand. It says it has to be the first attack you played. Yeah, I play Scalen's hand. I play Spirit Unicorns. It's on the 6. I check my 5. Hopefully, I check my 6. And then anytime that they block, my moves get +3 damage. Anytime that they don't block, I re-ready a thing, gain a health, and then Spirit Unicorns gives it +1 damage. And then also, when you are chain blocking, it just says that all the moves get -3 damage as you chain block. And
Awesome.
this card commits characters. That's pretty good.
It does.
Yeah.
Oh god, I don't read cards very well apparently.
Yeah, it
That's
says
what I'm learning today.
commit from one rival non-character card. You may spend a momentum. If you do, commit your rival's character instead. And so if they have an onboard piece that you think is going to be hurtful, you just play Scanlan's hand and get rid of that. Or if you just don't want their character to work, you spend the momentum, which you probably got because of, playing a bunch of attacks, and then being like, gotcha.
Yep.
Taking a bit of a peek here. No, we don't have enough. Those are World War City Rampage 5 diff spells is the way to go. Just because this one doesn't count, but it might be.
It is an idea that I am not willing to risk.
Cape's in the sideboard. Okay, Genkai's in the sideboard. Okay. Yeah, I think that this is all.
Where Cape and Genkai's come in, I have no earthly idea.
I mean, it's just Mighty 9 Knots Flask Scalen's hand, right? You can even toss Sean like
Yeah.
you've got enough whatever cards that I think that is decent. Let's take and look. 0 diffs. As we look, I think a Master's Pride is really good. I think it's probably better than Save a Million. So after you block, look at the top card of your deck, you can discard it. Their next move gets essentially +1 speed for me to try and block is not better than if I re-ready all my stuff at the end of my turn.
Fair.
And there's also like a bit of snap momentum that we can do out of the chaos symbol to like make this be real. And we don't.
I think Save a Million was there for block zones. That's why I think Save a Million was there.
Okay. Well, we'll find better blocks.
That was the reason.
If you're ready, I'd rather just play more tough skins and something. I'd rather play more tough skins and more hostile introductions than the save million.
Yeah.
So like this, not changing anything. This could be this. This could be this, and then we just kill the Save a Million. I think this one's actively bad.
Okie dokie.
Inspiring Song, crazy. This one's not on our deck. This one is so silly.
Because I didn't realize it was that good.
This one is silly. I'm gonna put it in the sideboard. I really like Rejuvenating Prayer to 1-of in pretty much every water deck that there is. If you've got a first enhanced that you are down to play, just saying if it's blocked, gain a health is just good, especially in the character that does not want your moves to be blocked. Like I'm a fan of this one. Randomly Deflect 2 is okay. It's a spell, so if it somehow gets in your card pool and you Spellstorm, you flip it. It's just a neato idea. All of this together is very cool. I Can Taste Sound is primo. Let me check this.
I saw that card and saw it was on Chaos and went Water and went yes.
Yeah.
Free advantage.
That one is neat. Emerging Threats. Just kidding. Horrifying is great. Swallowed by the Abnormal. We don't have any of those. Capture the Target seems like a pretty decent one for the I want to string out 100 cards deck.
Yeah.
Somebody hates Pony. I can tell.
You know why I hate Pony?
Hmm.
Because I watch your stream and your top 8s all the time, and I don't hate Pony. I fear Pony.
That is fair. It is fair. I'm not against a scoop fan. I think you just got to deal with what God gives you.
I think if it's on top, if there's an attack on top, and I haven't used gestures or enhance yet, I could bin the attack and attempt to pick it up. That's
Okay.
the idea with it.
Okay.
It's not to mess with my checks. It is solely to further the game plan of string out.
Sure. Okay. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to do this. Too many buttons.
Wait, I remember now. I do need you to do me a humongous favor.
What's up?
I know you're going to tell me this is a horrible card to put in here.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to put a one of League Invitation because it's still legal.
Okay.
It's the one card that I will play until it rotates. It's 2/6.
Am I crazy? Am I just? Oh, I'm typing.
You're typing in difficulty. LEA.
That should have just worked. That's okay. We'll do 2 diffs. We'll go. It's the very last card. We will toss it in.
Woohoo! That's
It's
exactly the
interview.
copy I have.
It's League Interview.
League Interview.
Yeah. I was
Interview.
Invitation. Okay, back to 2s. Okay. Fortune's favor. What's this guy got going on? It's a 6. That's really neat.
The idea is because Grog is a problem in my local scene.
Sure. I think that's fair. Oh, it's probably in the sideboard. It's probably just in the sideboard. It's in the sideboard. Yeah, you can do whatever sideboard you want. Might be. Flipper Foundation that hasn't been ready this combat phase is kind of silly. That's what our character already does. Nah. No.
It helps with the bad checks.
I think. I mean, if this is the case, I think Family Secret is pretty decent. If you check a 3, check is +1, and you get to re-ready it, as it is. I don't hate this one. If we've got room, I think like a 2 of it's kind of neat. I also love long range support as bonus draw, but I think that the Spire is going to be just do better for us. I am such a Titan's Pursuit fan. I'm going to put it in the list.
What is a Titan's Pursuit?
After your attack is completely blocked, you can top card it extra momentum.
Okay, momentum.
It says +3. Yeah. If you block my move, +3 damage on Spellstorm. And then that is how we get to re-ready the whatever cards. I love Titanic Combat here. It's very cool. I actually want to. We're probably gonna increase that number. I think it's actually supposed to be like a 4 of.
I saw commit ability.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's super good. I thought about doing worth it. I don't think that it does say commit a foundation. I think that your spell attack in stun 1, if it's blocked mill 1, is not as good as we're not 4xing Titanic Combat, which is just like guaranteed it's 2 damage stun 1, as well as if you take an unblocked damage, build 1 face down. Like it's not worth the mill, you know? That's the only thing that's different. But also, I guess it's 1 block zone better. I don't think I think it's just better that way. I think elasticity is super good right now, but I don't know where we get to put it in. Yeah. Anti-stun I think is really relevant. This card's very neat because if they do a response cancel defensively, you then hit them, you get to re-ready the incredible display.
Yeah.
Which I think is dope. Same thing with this guy is if blocked and then you build in a foundation. I think as a 1-of, it's very cool.
And then you play another attack, and then you ready it and repeat the cycle forever until you run out of foundations in hand.
Especially because of how much we get to draw off of Spire.
Yep.
Okay, let's check our 3 diffs. These will be limited, as in this deck we have the 2 check, but in your actual list, the one
current
we currently have
list,
right now,
yeah.
I think there's plenty of 3s that we can play. I don't hate Prelude to Destruction.
I looked at all of them, and I'm like, there's nothing that's really interesting besides maybe Sacrifice.
I think we are supposed to play Sacrifice. I think this one is very good. Button Collector is pretty okay. I'll commit. I'll draw a card. I'll hit you. I'll re-ready it back.
Yeah,
seems decent.
As a 2-of at most.
Yeah.
So you don't get to flip.
It's probably gonna get cut, but I don't mind. I don't mind looking at it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna bother with the 4 diffs. Okay, so let's talk about the cards, the foundations inside of the deck that I'm not a fan of. Right. I'm not a Best Detectives fan. I think that there's better things that we can be doing. I'm not a Mischievous Doodler fan. I'm not a commit. This deck is +2 damage. I don't think we need this one. I think that this is just the better version of this card.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would rather just
it's a 1 diff also.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I don't think Power in the Blightstaff is needed because of the fact that we're gonna more consistently have Spire out. I think there's better 1 diffs that we can be playing. And like if they put us down to 3, this card's just blank for the rest of the game. There's no way I'm gonna gain 17 back. That's not happening. That's not what our deck does.
Yep.
I like the big 3. I think this one is super neato. If there's 3 more attacks in my card pool, draw a card. That's neat. Let's look at our stats real fast. We are missing high blocks, so let's now take and block zone. Let's look at the highs. We've got things like Elasticity, Fast Friendship, Fearsome Transformation that are all decent. Sacrifice for the cause. We'll put Sack in at the 1-of. Why not? I think Fearsome,
even with the 2 check.
Even with the 2 check, I think the 1-of is fine. I think Fearsome Transformation is totally still worth it. I get a poke in, and now I just get to draw a bunch of crazy cards. This puts us to 71. How are we at 71 cards? What has happened?
Because we're adding cards and not really subtracting them.
We just took so many out. I guess I have so many low blocks, right? There's a low block here. There's 8 low blocks here with the Targeting Blast. Maybe Targeting Blast gets to come back out. Yikes. I like this one, though. I think this one's neat. What's a little
I don't know what to tell you, damn.
Yeah, tough. Oh, I don't like to get the scoop. I'm killing this one.
That's fine.
That one's gone. Okay, back down to 69, and we got some mid blocks to cut.
Before you continue on, nice. If you touch it, I will riot.
So interesting. Maybe Scalen's Hand deserves to be a 1-of, and then
no, it's if you can cut League Interview. It's the meme at this point.
I think we're just supposed to kill Mighty 9. I think we're gonna draw so many cards off of this one that this one is gonna be bonus. Okay. I'm down to keep the League Interview. I think the League Interview is not a bad card, truthfully, for me to. I'll League Interview. I'll play Spirit Unicorns. If I check a 4, or check a 3, I check a 4. I'll commit the League Interview to make it 5. I hit with the Spirit Unicorns. I re-ready it. It all pay for itself. Like I get it.
Yep.
I'm here for it. I think that is decent enough. It might be the big 3 just has to leave. It's like
sadness on the
that
draw power
and Knott's Flask. I think the draw power is going to come from Spire like so much. I think we're going to play so many attacks, man. And then I think the Flask has to leave, just to get this number down, because we just want to be aggressive, right? 22 attacks. I think 66 is our game plan, and then I think we just want. I mean, I'm down for just like 2 more high blocks, which I want to put in the main board or in the attack slot, but I get that we're not. So I think maybe the answer is like either Spell or Fast Friendship or Elasticity. I think either one works. Taking a look at our 2 diffs. We've got so few 2 diffs that I think we absolutely could make it to the Elasticity and feel fine. And it's like an on-board Scalen's Hand rather than and then it also is like stun hate gives you a momentum. I like the elasticity a lot.
All these words are making sense to me.
Yeah, 66 is very clean. I mean, 19, 28, 19 looks fine. And I think that we didn't lose any offense on the turn. I mean, this is 2, 2, 3, 3, and then this is here. This is here to like stun you one, draw me a card. I redraw. I mean, this is all great here, and then this is a surefire 1-2 punch to grab some momentum. Yeah, I think I'm here for it. This is nice.
I figured you'd like this deck because Jester is your favorite character.
Yeah, I forgot about Mariner's Spellbolt just existing as a spell on the water symbol, and it made me absolutely want to go back and retry this. So I'm probably going to be playing this on community game night at some point, and like seeing how it feels and like what should change and what should move. But I think this card is like crazy. I think this card's crazy.
I saw this and went, this is the card for me. Out of all the cards in the set, I think this is the deck for me.
Yeah. I want to do a quick little look. Blessed Metal, if I've gained health, draw, harness, Mighty Blitz is kind of neat. And then Storm Arrows is so interesting in a deck like this.
Can it remove spells? Or is it just ranged?
It's ranged weapon cards, but and she says after a spell hits, if your spell attack goes damage.
Which it is a spell.
It's a spell, but it's tough to like. I got Flaming Arrow, and like that's the only ranged weapon that exists.
Does it have to be ranged and weapon?
It has to be ranged and weapon.
Ew.
Yeah. Welcome to my life, dude. Welcome to my life. If you have another spell or attack in your card pool, clear an attack from your card pool, add an attack from discard pile to your card pool in any position. You can add in Spirit Unicorns.
This is true.
That's kind of neat. Okay, that's not good enough. All right. I think
progressive.
I think this is the list, buddy.
Perfect. I will suffice losing a deck dock for Jester.
Hell yeah. Stay on the line long enough for me to shoot the list, and you have a good rest of your night.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Yes, sir. You too.